Welcome back, everybody, to Hermitcraft. Last time we had a pretty insane meeting with the Nopo people, and yeah, there was a lot of deaths, a lot of drama, and I'm checking and double checking my beds, making sure I got my respawn point set, because they're out to get us now. They're out to get us now. But luckily, we're going to flip the tables here a little bit by going out to them today. How are we going to do this? Well, check this out. I've set up an ender pearl down below here in our base. Alright, everybody, so here's the system I've developed for this mechanism to work. So if we just throw our ender pearl into our stasis chamber, you'll see the ender pearl just remains suspended right there. And so what we're going to do here, if we put a couple of redstone dust into the dropper here, you'll see that this repeater becomes powered, and when this trapdoor becomes unpowered, it'll flick down, the ender pearl will interact with the trapdoor, and then I'll get teleported. And the way this happens is we've hooked this up to a daylight sensor, which if we do F3 plus G, you can see this is actually in the chunk, the same chunk that the ender pearl is in. So now it's being loaded by the ender pearl, because that's a new feature of ender pearls in, I believe, 121.4, which is the most recent release version of Minecraft. And so basically, whenever this dropper gets unpowered, i.e. it turns to night, and then gets repowered, it'll shoot one item into this other dropper over here. And then the next day, when the next item gets shot from this dropper to this dropper, this comparator turns off, which turns off this dust and this repeater, which turns off the trapdoor, causing the ender pearl to hit the trapdoor, and we're teleported. So let's just simulate that. And actually, you know what? In fact, we should probably, if we do F3 plus G, we should probably go ahead and leave the area and make sure that this works remotely. So I'm actually going to fly super far away. Let's just go this way and up. Just past noon now. So let's fly like all the way out to the shopping district. Way, way, way out this way. We'll get super far away from our base and make sure that we're teleported back to the base when someone sleeps this next night. Alright, guys, so we made it to the top of the permit office. We got our antenna here. We got some air ducts here and stuff. And so we're just going to wait here and see if we're going to be teleported. We have to wait until night, of course, because, you know, it's a day timer. It relies on the day-night cycle. So we'll just wait here, see if we're teleported back. Okay, there's the closing bell for the day here at the permit office. But we're working overtime on this one. Sun is now setting, which means that the power in that daylight sensor at our base is hopefully going down. And yeah, once the day switches over, once somebody sleeps through the night, or we could sleep through the night, I guess. Yeah, we should hopefully be teleported. Oh, somebody's sleeping. Okay, this is a good test. Let's see. Teleported? Oh, and we might have to wait a little bit. There we go. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, it worked. So it has to, the signal strength has to actually increase to that point. So we get a little bit of like an extra couple of seconds, I guess, in the next day, I guess. So it worked. It worked. Fantastic. All right, so that means we can automatically bring ourselves back from anywhere in the world. That's fantastic news. Even if we don't have our spawn set, we can bring ourselves back from anywhere. So now that our teleportation time machine is now up and working, I think it's time we go out to visit Nopo. We haven't been out there yet in quite a few days now, so we gotta go check out how they're doing, what's going on, and basically get the lowdown on Exile. Alright guys, so here's how it's going to work. I'm giving myself 4 full days to do this, and we're gonna make sure we have our spawn set, and then we're going to break our bed. And we can just move this, let's say, over here for now, just so we don't have our spawn set. So we have no spawn, so if we die, we'll end up out at the Exile, the world border area. But instead of dying, we are actually going to go out there with all of our stuff, with all of our gear. I want to actually make sure I got everything I need here. Let me just make sure I got my food stuffs. Yes, we'll take some of that. And I guess we'll just take this other stuff with us as well. Should be good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the end. And to get there, we're going to take the best way to the end, which is the minecart ride. 3-dimensional minecart ride to the end dimension. So we come on here, we hit this button, and then we just ride this baby to the end. And once we get here, of course, we just hop on through. It didn't work. Something changed with this. We came out the wrong side. No problem. We can still go through just by jumping. That's cool. Okay, well, we don't need this minecart anymore. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the exit end portal, which should then teleport us to the outer island. Should teleport us to the world border. So here we go. There's no turning back now. Oh, yeah. We here, baby. We here. So now we have 4 days out here to just snoop around a little bit. Nice. And we still have all of our stuff and everything. And we got some care packages we got to send off. Where is everybody? All right, let's see if we can find where Jevin, Cleo, Ren are. I thought they would be around this island, but they must be like somewhere on the main island over here. Let's fly around and see. All right, we do see a little pathway here. I'm going to sneak through here, see what I can deduce. Whoa, there's a creeper right there. Holy smokes. I almost died. Yeah, even if we die here, we should be okay and get teleported back. As long as nobody messes with our ender pearl back there at the near the spawn, like in our base, we should be okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. Camp spotted. Camp spotted. Let's climb up. Let's get a good vantage point of this. Yeah, baby. All right, we found him. I assume... Oh, there's somebody over there, dude. There's somebody over there. Okay, I'm going to circle around because they're probably expecting someone from this side, potentially. But not from across the lake. Let's be very cautious with this. Okay, we're going to bust out the big guns. We're going to bust out the spyglass here. Alright, we got him. We got him. Ren, Cleo, Jev, all together on like some type of boat. Sun is going down. I may try and sneak in and see what they're saying, because like I'm far enough to see them with the spyglass, but as far as actually like hearing what they say, I'm way too far away. So I think we gotta go in. We gotta go in. Let's just swoop on in here, yeah? Gonna have to be careful of drown. We're gonna go in. So let's make sure we get the other ones on our bar, just so we're good. Okay, so we're gonna get this going, and then start swimming, and hope for the best. Here we go. Hopefully I'm not spotted, and hopefully I'm not killed by a drown. I'm just gonna float on in like this. There's the boat. I hear him.
I will resort to violence.
Oh man, trouble in paradise.
There's no
apparently.
on the HMS Symmetria. Okay, this is the
HMS Symmetria.
Okay, let's just
you can't even get away
stay
from
here for a minute.
hold on. Give me 1 second. Ah, yes, I believe the salmon is done. Please go through to the kitchen.
What is
Get
going
yourself
on?
A delicious plate
What is a salmon?
of food that I've spent the whole day cooking for you. Please go through, my guests.
That better not be who I think it is, Ren.
All the way through to the kitchen, please, and get yourself a delicious plate.
What is going on?
Oh my
Fresh,
god.
Juicy fish.
Hey, Jev, here's some juicy fish for you.
What
Have some
the?
fish.
How dare you?
What is happening right now?
What's have some fish?
That is
I'm feeling
uncalled. That's
like-
uncalled for.
Listen, Jev, we need to break the spell.
Disrespectful.
We
Disrespectful. Throw it
need
away.
to break the spell. This thing has got a hold on you, brother. I'm just trying to help you out, okay? Eat the
Fish
fish.
is dead, bro.
Hold on. I just saw a name tag. Oh, nope.
Wait, what?
Nope. Hold on.
Wait,
Who's out?
a name tag?
Oh,
You
look at
saw
him.
nothing. You saw nothing.
What are you doing here?
What is going on here? I'm hearing
Man.
something. Somebody, Saul Man? What is that?
His name
What
is
is-
Sal, okay? Get it right.
Salaman? Salaman.
Well, his name
Salman.
was Sel. He's been cooked and consumed
I
this
see.
evening
Okay.
on the HMS Symmetria. He was delicious too, wasn't he, Jevin? Did you not
Interesting.
enjoy?
I
your
didn't eat
salmon?
it out of respect for my man Sal.
I've
So how
got
you guys
two
doing?
on
How you
me,
guys
to
doing?
be honest.
Things are getting weird.
Great.
We're good.
I got something for you guys. I came out here because I wanted to give you guys a token of the permanent office appreciation. So if Rendog, if you'll step forward, please.
Okay.
I would,
Yes.
Ren.
Here's
Why-
your care
why,
package,
Ren?
What you
Ren.
want?
There you are.
Care package.
Jevin, I got
Uh-huh.
one for you as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Toss that to you. And Cleo,
What do we got?
didn't
I
forget
don't need
you.
your don't care
Generous.
package.
Oh, it's something from home. Check it out.
Did you
There's
just
lots of
literally
things-
take
this
stuff
is my
out of my
home now,
inventory?
What's that?
Did you just take stuff out of my storage from the base? There's an elf hat in here.
Maybe.
Did you steal from my shop?
It's to remind you from home. No, that's from your base,
Did you
actually.
steal from my shop? Did you
I
pay
hi-
for the cup of tea?
I stole from your base, Cleo. That's what.
Here's
that's
what we're
from.
gonna do, Cub. Here's what we're gonna do. First off, we're gonna throw all this on the ground, right?
Enjoy the luxury
then-
snacks.
We're going right into the ocean, right off the rip.
That's a nice hat.
I don't
30
want any
million
of it.
block Compass is extremely rude, Cub. This
Hey,
is just rubbing salt in the wound.
It's just going to remind you
Terrible.
of home.
Get out of
That's
here.
all. That's all it's
It doesn't
for.
remind me of home. It reminds me of how much of a butt you are. That's
well,
what it does.
You're-
It's going
you're-
Look at him in
Sorry to
his
hear that,
fancy
but-
netherite gear.
I'm sure some
Yeah,
more
you're the
time in
biggest
exile will leave you feeling differently. So until next time, guys, take care.
Yeah, get out of here.
Don't come back.
They're cooking up meats. They're having dinner parties on riverboats, and they're still not wanting to comply with the permit office. Okay then. All right. Well, we still have 2 days left here, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go on in. I'm going to go on into the comfort room. I need a little more comfort because people are still not accepting the permits as valid. We need some comforting from the good time. Let's do it.
Department of Wellness, player, relax, close eyes, sink, cushion, words, affirmation. Welcome. Please close your eyes. Let your body relax into the cushions and listen to my words of affirmation.
All right, maybe this night we get teleported, or if not this night, then probably the next night. Let's see. Are we leaving exile right now, or are we staying? Nope, we're back, baby. We back. It worked. Let's go. Hey-oh. Ha ha ha. All right, and then, yeah, we can just reset this by just simply putting these into here, and all is right with the world. Of course, we also got to remember we've got to put back our bed and then reset our spawn. Yeah, very good. Now that we're off the clock at the permit office, we are back at our base, and we're ready to make some progress here. Now, last episode, we did do a little bit of mining, and we got the results of that mining here in these shulker boxes. You can see we got some diamond blocks, some gold blocks, some tough, some, deep slate stuff, some sculk stuff, some more diamonds in there. We got more diamonds, more gold in here, and we're hoping that this makes somewhat of an impact on our base progress. So we need these minerals, of course, to make the mineral crystals that you see out here. These guys with the diamond blocks everywhere. And yeah, we also need, of course, the tough for the perimeter of the base. So both these things should help us out quite significantly. We got a little bit more over here, so we'll just grab all this stuff, and we'll probably organize this and then get to placing. So after placing down a bunch of raw gold and diamond blocks, we ended up with this map right here, which is in contrast with the other map, which you'll see here. I'll just go back and forth between these a few times. You can see we added just a few crystals of gold and some of diamond, although we still have this whole section up here of diamond still to go, and yeah, I still have a lot of gold still to place up in this upper section, but things are coming along nicely. We'll need to do more mining, though, because we ran out of both gold and diamonds yet again. But that will have to come at a future point. Now that we've added a couple more minerals protruding from our base, it's now time to add on to the wall that we started last time. So we made gates at each exit point of our base. Exit and entrance point, I guess. Where we hit a button, the gate opens, we can walk through, and then it closes right behind us. So we're going to basically, today, I think, expand this so that we have like an actual wall design on this side that fits in with this, but is also kind of separate and unique. And the main thing with this is we want to be able to walk on the top all the way around the perimeter of the base. And I also want it to have some functionality. So that's something we have to strive for as well. Now, I think I'm going to make it here because this is like the flattest portion, so we can make sort of like a, I guess, a standard template for the wall design. There does happen to be a dog here, which is not my dog either. This dog just been sitting here, so we're just going to push this guy out the way a little bit. There we go. There we go. And that, I think, will hopefully be far enough. I'm not sure whose dog this is, but it's definitely, yeah, if I right click, it's definitely not my dog. Let's see. This tree has got to go. So we're just going to chop this guy down right now. Give me a second. I got to go get a bunch of tough bricks. We want to obviously keep the pale logs. And one thing I do need to do, let's actually do this right now. We have to get more pale moss. Because if we look, let's see, where is it? Is it in here? No. Here. Yeah, in here. We don't have too much pale... Actually, we don't have too much pale logs either now that I think about it. So maybe we do this. Let's go get some more pale moss because we're going to need that for the upper part. We only got like 3 stacks or so. That's pretty straightforward, and we can automate this as well. So let's head over to the fireworks factory where we have our moss farm, and we'll do like this. And we'll come this way, like this. And so let's see if this will work. I think this pale moss is pretty similar to the regular moss, so we should, as the fireworks go off. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a nice one. I like that one. We should be able to come up here to, not this story. Actually, no, it is this story. Yeah. This story. And right here is our moss farm, but we don't have a way in. So maybe we can make a way in, or maybe we can drop in from above on the next floor up. Let's see. Yeah, maybe here. There might be a good way in. Let's try over here. Not the best way in, but yeah, there it is. There's the moss farm. This basically provides bone meal to all of the farms in the factory here. Let's just float on in. Very good. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we can find the spot with the dispenser. Is this it here? I think this might be it. Let's see. If I break this... Oh, okay. That is bad, actually. Yep. Not good. But if we break this, we get the moss block back. If we place this down, now I think it should grow. If I replace that redstone and whatever else broke down there, I think it should grow... yeah, pale moss stuff up here instead of the regular moss. So let's just do that on all the sides. Actually, let's get down and see what broke first of all. That actually might be bad. So let's just slide on in here. Okay. Where... It was right there, so it would have come to here. Which means it probably flowed down in here. Which means it probably went in here. This torch should not be there. Is that really all that broke? That's actually pretty fortunate. Now, let's see if we can get up here. Just that one redstone dust, maybe. Okay, well that's good. So I think what I could do for these, I'll just break that guy real quick. There we go. That's the easier way to do it. Should have done that from the start. And then over here, we have a similar thing, although I don't think... Maybe I can get this quick. There we go. Hopefully that works. We'll see. I think the moss went into another another section here, though. That's okay, though. And then we'll do this one, if possible. Let's place this here. And then we'll do like that. Okay, so yeah, we might have one extra moss somewhere. Pick this up. But overall, I think we should be fine. And actually, this is probably a better spot to come in and out. Right here. Or maybe not. Maybe one to the side. Yeah, like this. Perfect. All right, I'm going to leave this like that. Okay, so now, what we can hopefully do, we get back up. And so now with those blocks replaced, all we got to do is turn on the farm, as we've done. And yeah, you can see we're picking up pale moss carpets, pale moss blocks, and yeah, that's basically it. In fact, I'm not going to get the carpets right now. I really just want the blocks, so we'll just sort of fill our inventory up like this. Making a little filter, we'll throw in the regular moss blocks. And all should be good. So we now have a whole bunch of pale moss blocks, which is fantastic. However, I realize I might need to go back in there to get more eventually, because we can turn it on from here, but we can't actually get into the farm from this spot, and I don't want to actually fly through the top bit over lava anymore. Probably not a wise choice. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to find... Oh, this is not a way in. I'm going to try and find a way in. Let me actually dump off stuff I don't need here. This is probably not a good way in, but maybe like on the back side here, we can get around this redstone. Maybe back here we can make like a little staircase up and over and into the farm. I think that would probably be a very wise choice. So let's just actually get back out here. Okay, that's not how you do that. Let's see if we can do this one. Nope. Okay, third time. Come on. There it is. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, so maybe back here. Yeah, back here could be like a door and then a staircase leading up. So let's make that happen right now. All right, everybody, check it out. We got a little cheeky door back here. This leads up a little staircase we added. And we also color coordinated the glass back here with the stripes on this floor. So blue, yellow, lime. It's the same as the glass here. Blue, yellow, lime. And then this, you can walk all the way around the side here, and then it drops you off at the moss farm down here. So we can now access this if we need to, which I probably should have made initially when we made the factory, but yeah, now it's more official and we can just hop out right here on the ladder. So yeah, kind of an interesting little way to do it. I also added some like little directions and stuff around here, so it just has like arrows and stuff pointing to where to go, where the door is, because it's kind of hidden back there. And then we have, you know, some other informational stuff that I added just because we didn't have any signs or anything and nothing was labeled at all. So that should help us out a little bit. But we got our pale moss blocks, which is what we were really after here. And we got a whole bunch more in here. However, we need some more pale oak logs, which are going to be a little bit more problematic. Luckily, we got pale oak saplings, which we can use to grow the trees. And we also, if we make our way up to the next floor, have a whole bunch of bone meal. So this floor up here has our bone meal collection area, which is right here, which, yeah, usually has a bunch of bone blocks and things. So we're going to use that to go and basically grow up some pale oak trees and get some pale oak logs. So let's just go out the top of the factory Willy Wonka style. Love to do that. Love to do that. So we'll pick a spot, maybe over here somewhere, and grow some pale oak trees. So while I'm here gathering some saplings and things, I want to basically mention a few other things that are coming up in the near future with myself and with Hermitcraft in general. So first of all, we have a live stream coming up that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be co-streaming Minecraft Live, which is basically the Minecraft announcement update, I guess, basically. So it basically will be the developers talking about Minecraft, talking about some of the already announced features, and hopefully some yet to be announced features. So maybe, you know, maybe you get some information about the next update beyond the current one that's being snapshotted right now. So that would be pretty cool. But I'm going to basically be co-streaming that on the 22nd. Twitch.tv/cubfan135 is where you can find that. So yeah, do check that out if you're interested this Saturday. Also, another big announcement regarding Hermitcraft. We are actually doing a Gamers Outreach stream again this year on April 12th and 13th. This is going to be a 2-day in-person live stream where we have a ton of fun events for you guys, a ton of auction items that you can bid on, things that are signed by me, signed by other Hermitcraft members, rare items, exclusive items that will only be available for this auction to raise money for Gamers Outreach, which provides gaming carts to people in hospitals so they can play video games while they're in hospital or receiving treatment for an illness. So yeah, that's going to be April 12th and the 13th. I think over a dozen Hermits are going, like well over a dozen Hermits. I think it's like 16 at the moment. So lots and lots of Hermits going to be there, and going to be a 2-day live stream extravaganza. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. We'll provide more details in the coming weeks, but mark your calendars for the 12th and the 13th of April for that. All right, everybody. So we got a whole bunch of pale oak logs now. So we're going to put these into our chest here. Bada boom. And we also have more pale oak saplings than we had previously. So that's great. Some pale oak leaves as well. However, we do want to get a couple more things going and to get a couple more things up and running. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually head back to the base and we're going to set up a small pale oak moss farm. Just because we're going to need some of that around the area as well for a little bit of decoration. And I think we're almost out, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, we might have... do we have any in here? I thought I put some in here. There's the regular hanging roots. We're looking for the pale version. Do we not have any? Uh-oh. That's not good. That is not good. Maybe it's in here? Yeah, it's in here. Yeah. Okay. We only got 9 left. So that's not going to cut it. So we need to make a small farm. Maybe in this room down here with our ender stasis chamber. Like maybe right here would be good. Or perhaps we come up here and go to the 3rd floor. Maybe up here might also work. Alright everyone, so I decided to put this on the 3rd floor next to our Nylium and Nilium farms. And so basically the way that pale hanging moss works, you place it down on the underside of a block. You can't really place it on like the side of a block or anything. But then you can shear it off like this, and you can also bone meal it to grow, have it grow down another level like that. But if you break the base block here, it actually doesn't break this block for you. So like if I destroy this like so, see it only drops 1 rather than 2. So you have to basically, when you bone meal it, always harvest the bottom one, so then you can bone meal the top one again. So that's the principle we're going to use here to make this farm happen. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually dig in here, and this is going to be where our farm is actually located at. And so we need some redstone stuff. So let's get a hopper, some observers, and a dispenser. And we will place down our barrel here. This is going to be where everything collects, right here. Then we're going to need a hopper right here. And then we're going to put down the dispenser facing downward directly above the hopper, like that, 3 blocks up. And then we're just going to have a hopper leading into that. We'll have a chest or a barrel on top of that. And this is what's going to be our bone meal. So now, if we put the pale hanging moss directly on the dispenser like this, anytime the dispenser is powered, it'll grow this up so that the hanging moss grows into this block here where we can harvest it. So now we just have to get power to this thing. And that's pretty straightforward. All we need to do, place an observer out like this, observer up like that, and then we'll have a deep slate tile right there. And that's it. The farm is now done. Check it out. So if we now have a hanging moss here, and we basically have our shears, we harvest like this. We can just now hold down, right click, and it harvests it. How easy is that? All right, there you go. And if we don't want to have this here, we don't have to have that there. We can just use it like this. I also don't want to lose this, but yeah, you can still use it like this. So that works. Fantastic. So farm is done now. Now all we need to do is just place down some of the deep slate around this and make sure it fits in well in this area. All right, guys, so everything is now done with our hanging pale moss farm. So yeah, we put in our bone meal up here in this chest. It filters down via a hopper into our dispenser right here. We have a little upside down stair here hiding things. And then we just simply step down into this and then just start mining away. And the pale hanging moss is collected by the hopper and then, yeah, put in the barrel. And this is basically all there is to it. Just basically stand here and, yeah, that's basically the whole thing. So, yeah, I already have over 2 stacks of pale hanging moss now, which is great. So, yeah, that's fantastic. You can see the aesthetic we went with here, just sort of integrating into the area by putting some, you know, twisting vines down the sides and using the same, you know, oxidized copper trapdoors for the front of the farm. So I think it makes a nice little addition here to the 3rd floor. But this is not the only farm we're making today in the base, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. For we have a second farm that we are also making today. This farm, however, is going to be another farm that we need materials from. Namely, we need to get some resin clumps. There's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, we're placing these resin clumps as part of our base out here next to the raw gold blocks because these look like flakes of raw gold that are peeling off after the raw gold is slowly being eroded by the sculk. So you can see that around here in this area in some various spots. But we are also going to be using the resin in the sidewall for the creaking hearts for these guys. And 29 is not going to cut it. We're going to have more than 29 hearts for sure. So we need to be able to make these, which, let me just quickly get the exile so we can mine these a little quicker. There we go. So we're going to need to be able to make those. And the way we make those is if we have, see, I have some extra resin clumps over here. We have blocks of resin, and then we have pale oak logs. Combining these gives us, of course, the creaking heart. So we're going to want to be able to make a bunch of these whenever we need to. Plus, we need a little bit of extra protection in this base because we got people after us since we are part of the permit office, and we recently actually stole every non-compliant hermit's beds and put them in the permit office bunker. People are they're coming for us. So we want a little measure of protection as well. So this farm is like a triple purpose farm. And so I think what we'll do is we'll probably need to move the stasis chamber we have here, but we're going to put the farm in this room right here inside of our base. So for this resin farm, we got to be a little careful here because this is actually our slime block farm. You can see we have thousands of slime blocks here, which passively come up every once in a while from below, where we have a big slime farm. And yeah, this is where I get all my slime. And there's a bubble column behind here that you also have to be a little careful of. I think it's actually right here. Yep. That's where it's at. So just got to be a little aware of that. I do think we have a little bit of space here, though. Yeah, we could get rid of a few blocks here, though. We really need to. But yeah, anyways, we're going to go ahead and put this down right here. So we're going to put down some hoppers here. This is a very basic resin farm. But it should be hopefully a lot of fun if we have some creakings wandering around our base that we can punch every once in a while. So looking forward to that. So we're going to place down 2 pale oak logs like this, some creaking hearts, and we're going to activate these. So now the farm is active. And we're going to place down some sticky pistons here and here. And then we're going to place a sticky piston here. And no, we're going to place a sticky piston here and here, rather. And then that should be good. Fantastic. Okay, so now basically the idea with the farm is that we have resin clumps that can spawn down here and down here or up here, but we're not going to be worried about these up here. These are going to be our active and deactive switches up here. So basically we'll have just like a block here with a lever on it to turn the farm off if we want to. So now the farm is off. But if it's on, resin will be able to spawn down here. And we want the pistons. Let's see if I have... Do I have levers? I do have levers. The pistons down here, these guys will basically push out like that super quickly. And that then collects all the resin clumps from down here. And then the same thing on this one. We want this to be able to push out and then collect all the resin clumps in the barrel right here. And of course, we want that to happen automatically, not with lever activation doing that. So, right, let's make that happen. So basically, we need some observers. We're placing down some observers like this. So that'll observe this resin clump there. Saw it. If I just punch that in, punched out, redstone signal comes up here. Very good. And then we'll have this go into a block on this side right here. And then we're going to have 2 observers down like this. And then back up like this. Like that. And so now, whenever there's a clump of resin that shows up in this particular spot, it knocks it off, deposits it right in the barrel. And so we'll do the same thing on the opposite side, and then for this middle section, we're actually going to have another observer. Going to be, of course, facing up like this, but this one is going to be a little different. This one's going to activate both because it can't determine if it's the resin clump here or here, so it's just going to fire both at the same time. So yeah, that's what we're going to do there. So we're going to grab a note block. Going to put this here. We're going to fly in this way. Going to place a observer back like this, then down. It's kind of tough to build this one like this, and then we're going to have a copper block in the back. So now anytime, whoops, hang on, stand by, stand by, stand by. Gotta reset this here. Da-da-do, da-da-do, bop, bop. Okay, so now anytime there's a resin clump that forms here, boom. Like that. Perfect. So we now have our resin farm complete. Here's what it's looking like. You see we also put down some trapdoors here to prevent resin from spawning on the top bits, but we look around here, it is night. You hear some zombies. See the stars in the sky. Yep, and there's our creaking. Spawned in our house. A little sudden activation here, but yeah, you can see if I hit this every once in a while, you'll see the pistons in here move out. And we should now see some resin clumps in there. Very good. Very good. Yeah, you can see sort of how it works here. So that's really cool. There should also be a second creaking around here somewhere, but if I just hit this guy a few more times and come out here, you can see it working. There you go. See it activating through there. It's only every couple of seconds you can actually get these guys to spawn in resin, so it's going to be a slow farm, but that's all we really need. We just need like a passive way to get this, and also these guys will harass anybody who comes into our base as long as it's on. So now, yeah, we're up to 52 clumps of resin already, so not too shabby, and like I said, there should be a second creaking somewhere nearby, but that's basically how it works. So that's very exciting, and of course if we want to just turn this off, we can just do this, and once the day comes, these will then be deactivated. So now that we have a bunch of pale oak logs, pale oak moss blocks, we have farms for resin clumps and for pale moss blocks, I think we are finally now ready to head out and start to construct the containment structure around our base. Alright everyone, so you can see here we now have a little bit of a containment structure starting to take shape. This is sort of what I'm imagining when I say we can go from one side to the other, just sort of walking around our base along the top of this structure. And we continued the tough brick and mangrove fence pattern along with the pale oak logs as well along this way, and added this sort of cool design with some chiseled tuff and some polished tuff in here, plus some lapis lazuli blocks, which is kind of cool. We got to be a little careful. Joe and Beef are both on here, so they might be snooping around here at some point. But yeah, basically we got this part done. Also, there's some functionality here. Check this out. If I shoot this top button, see that campfire up there that's on? If I hit this, I think I missed the button. Yeah, it goes off. There we go. So yeah, there's a little bit of functionality in there in that regard. It's just a very basic setup, just a dispenser with some flint and steel and some buckets in there. So yeah, just like that. So there's, whenever you shoot the button, there's a 1/3 chance of this being put out, and then there's another third chance of the bucket being sucked up, and then there's a 2/3 chance for the fire to relight once it's out totally. So yeah, just wanted to put that little thing in there. Also, some additional functionality. We got this button. Check this out. We hit that. Bam. Some fireworks go off. So they shoot off on both sides of the wall. And you can see if we get down here, you can't see anything. And that's because there's some redstone behind the wall. We get in here. Down this way. Yeah, we have a signal coming from above here that then comes down, drops this piston down, which drops the block in front of this dispenser, and then the dispenser fires out, making it a totally hidden little mechanism here. And the same thing on the other side, except with a different color of firework. So that's pretty interesting. You'll also see additional redstone here. This basically... Oh, I heard a block break. This basically will transfer the signal down from this button, and this actually toggles on and off these creaking hearts here, these guys. So you'll see they're off now on both sides, but if we get up and then press the button, there's a copper bulb right there, which toggles on and off, which toggles the creaking hearts on and off. So yeah, we can sort of turn on or turn off those creaking hearts at will. So that's basically what the containment structure is going to look like all the way around the base. I think it's a pretty cool design. Obviously, we're still waiting for trapdoors to to oxidize, rather. So yeah, still waiting on that, but I thought it was just kind of a cool thing to do. Let's see if we can get this to actually, yeah, suck up the water and then relight. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, kind of a cool little thing, and obviously, we still have a little bit more work to do. We need to get the sculk veins to sort of tie in this skulkified area with the wall and stuff. So we'll have some sculk veins going up the side and whatnot. But yeah, I think for now, this is pretty decent. For now, though, I think that this is going to have to be it for me today, guys. Except it's not, because we kind of want to defend our base. We kind of want to defend our beds potentially against Joe and Beef, both of whom are currently on the server, and I believe they're looking to hunt us down. So we got to add, right now, a very rudimentary system with creaking hearts and pale oak wood and pale oak logs to our base, so that if somebody happens to come to our base at night, we want our base to basically explode with creakings. Alright guys, check this out. We're going to have a little lever right here, and this is going to activate all of these creaking hearts down here. So each one of these pistons has a creaking heart associated with it. You can see some of the hearts here. Luckily the creaking is too tall, so it can't spawn in this section. But yeah, this should give us more than enough protection in our base. As I think this is going to be... I think this is close to like a dozen creaking that will spawn in our base, plus the other 2 we already have spawning. So this will work just fine for us. Fantastic. Let's just actually not go up and die instantly by doing that. That should deactivate all of them. Yes, indeed. Okay. Fantastic. So, that is going to be our... hopefully our defense system here. Just going to quickly hop on out like this. There we go. Alright. And yeah, we're going to put this just right here. And so now, let's just test it and see. I kind of want to see what happens at night here. Although I also don't want to die myself and like soft lock myself. Alright, sun is now setting. We should see some creaking spawn relatively soon. Yeah. Yep. Okay. We're just gonna chill. Okay. Yeah, there's some in the base as well, it looks like. They're walking around inside. Yeah, this is actually pretty deadly. There's some on the minerals over here. If I fly to the second floor, what happens? Okay, there's a guy up here. There's guys all around that are chasing me. There's a guy over here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nightmare scenario. Perfect. Ah! Okay. Bail. Alright, let's get far away. Jeez. Okay. That's good defense for nighttime. Look at all these creatures now. They're just chilling here. Fantastic. There's one guy over there. And yeah, the first floor is also crawling with these guys, so... Yeah, I think this will provide a good challenge for anybody who is looking to, potentially come around here at night. They will be chased in a million different directions. Fantastic. Ah! Alright, we gotta bail. We gotta bail. But with that, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Farewell.